fire noise.
Yeah. The fire thing keeps breaking.
But it did it. Did it?
I didn't hear
do
it.
the sound.
Oh, it did it on my side.
No, there is no fire noise, Jeremy.
Well, welcome. I said, what is going on, guys? What is going on? Welcome to episode 89 of the STS Guys. I am Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we are the STS Guys, a weekly podcast where we sit around, shoot the shit, and talk about anything geeky, nerdy, and cool. What has been going on this week, guys?
Well,
it's been a week.
I was going to say, I count extra people
Well,
in the little screens down below.
It seems like we've multiplied this week.
We have.
We have last week.
I hope you didn't multiply that. That's a whole nother thing.
It's a whole other problem.
I would say, wasn't it? We had technically 2 guests last time. Now we're down to 1. We kind of had a weird math going on.
No, it's like nerd gremlins.
Who got them wet? Yeah.
Nerd.
Who do we have
gremlins,
this
that's what
week?
I say.
Who's with us? Who's our special guest?
So this week we have Clint Crockett with us. Clint, go ahead and introduce yourself. Kind of give us a little bit about your background and just a fun, interesting fact about yourself.
Sure. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for having me. My name's Clint, at Collector Clint, all over Twitter and Instagram if you're looking to interact. About me, I'm in Denver, Colorado, so a little bit different than the 2 locations these guys are all hanging out right now. I'm a Funko collector, as you can see behind me. I collect a few other things. But let's see what else I can tell you about me. I'm actually pretty good with a yo-yo. If you ever want to see some amazing yo-yo skills, I can try to whip them out and impress you if you want something interesting. But other than that, just typical nerd hanging out and excited to be talking about nerdy, geeky, and cool stuff.
You know what? It's not every day that someone can drop the yo-yo and their mad yo-yo skills. So I think eventually we're gonna have to take you up on that, just because I think everyone needs to witness these mad yoga.
Give me a heads up. I need to warm up and make sure I have a string on my yo-yo so it doesn't break and fly off and break something. But otherwise, I am in.
Awesome.
I always tried to be good at yo-yo, and then I just always sucked at it. So I'm
I'm
one of those kids that wanted to be you when I was younger.
I'm so bad that I can maybe only do it like 3 times before it actually comes back up. But on the 4th, it always is. It's just done. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm walking away.
In the one time you make it to 4, you feel like the yo-yo champion.
Yeah, like I am the yo-yo god.
Oh no,
I get it. Well, you got to remember, guys. I did learn this in middle school. Is either dating or yo-yos, and
you made a good choice.
Yo-yos. So.
Yeah. So Clint, I don't know how old you are, but I said I'm guessing we're around the same age. Like I said, where it was like that short little yo-yo craze, back in middle school, or so where all of a sudden all the pop-up yo-yo shops just started happening.
Absolutely.
You had like ones that were like spring-loaded. You had like all these like different variations of yo-yo. I think those are the things I remember best about my teen years. Is that we had Pogs, we had the yo-yo craze, we had like all these little like short little crazes that happened.
Absolutely. And same thing. It was 8th grade when the yo-yo thing happened. Same thing with Pogs. So I'm there with you. I still have a spot in my heart for Pogs. I have a couple, believe it or not. So I'm gonna say STS Guys on them.
I was gonna say,
Nice.
I'm gonna get my stack of them.
Like STS Guys Pogs.
The Pogs. And these things just pop up everywhere throughout the house. Though I have a whole stack of them, and now everywhere I look, I can find at least a couple of them.
Make it
Same.
rain.
Same. I've got a random 3 that are just on this desk.
Now you guys need a slammer to go with them.
Yeah,
I know that's harder. It's hard enough to get Pogs made, man. Like I tried to get more, and it's not that easy.
Oh, I can imagine.
Baba. So I think we were saying it's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It has been a week. So Scott, let's go ahead and kick it off with you. So why has it been a week?
I was in actually hotter than Phoenix, Las Vegas over the weekend, and it was quite a good time.
Of course, it's Las Vegas. How can you not have a good time? Said you're around like debauchery and booze and all sorts of other fun stuff.
The only place where it's socially acceptable to get bombed and just walk around in public. So yeah, the Vegas was quite fun. as is tradition, this one continues to be one of my favorite cons. Having collectors out there, the crowds are not bad. Like, I love Amazing Vegas.
No, so that see, I'm planning on going back next year. I said it just didn't work out timing wise this year. That is literally one of my favorite cons, specifically for comics, because they bring out, like I said, the A-list guests. Like I said, it's really focused on comics, and like you're saying, like I said, you could knock out so much in such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this time it was kind of cool to see Jerry Conway there.
I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah. I was kind of worried watching him there. Like, I sat and watched him like sign some of the comics, and he kind of was looking around like he didn't really know 100% where he was. But it was cool, at least, of all things, to be able to sit there and just interact with that type of person. Like,
meet the guy who created the Punisher.
Yeah, created the Punisher.
But didn't he co-create Captain Marvel too?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's back, right? He's back, baby.
Yeah, he's back.
That's his claim to fame this time.
Yeah, he gets that one. And I was kind of sad I did not get to go see Starlin when I was there. He was one of the few people I wanted to sign that Infinity Gauntlet comic that I got. We had showed up, and they were doing stuff with him and George Perez pretty much for the most part of the day, and they wouldn't be back until like the final hour, and it was like 2:00, and there was already people lining up for it. And I was like, they're waiting there for like 4 hours to go see him in the little time that he has. So I didn't get that. But that con is amazing.
I get what you did there.
I don't even think,
because it's Amazing Comic-Con Las Vegas.
I'm making a pun off the name. Actually, that wasn't being a pun. I was just saying that.
Very direct.
Like I was gonna say, I'm like he said that like he didn't even realize what he was doing. But
I didn't realize it actually.
But Larry was there to pick it up, because Larry's a very punny guy.
That's cool, man.
Well, yeah, no, it was super cool. We did meet up with Bobby Breed, a friend of the podcast.
Breed.
And Breed, he's just being able to sit and talk with him and watch George Perez walk by, like it's like,
pretty
oh,
cool.
hey, that's like amazing. Like that's the coolest thing I've seen.
Yeah,
I don't want to
amazing.
God damn it,
It's amazing.
I'm done. I'm over.
It works
I
though,
can't
Scott.
talk.
It works. It works.
Yeah, no, it was again a super cool con. I'm trying to keep this on track. I recommend anybody who's into the comics and being able to meet with artists and creators. If you get a chance at any point to go down to Vegas for that Comic-Con, to go. It's just cool to walk around and see all these different artists and new ones that are really good and people that are creators of some of the all-time favorites. I was there for a day and I got to spend most of it just talking with people and meeting those creators. So it was really, really cool.
Awesome. Sounds like you had an amazing time.
I'd say he had an amazing time.
It was Vegas.
Yeah, like I said, if you go to Vegas and you don't have a good time, you're doing it absolutely wrong.
Right. What other place can you go to a con and then maybe within a 10-minute walk have access to everything you would ever want in your life, and you can just walk around with alcohol on the street and no one gives a shit? Like, if you don't have fun at Vegas Comic-Con, you're doing it wrong.
Absolutely. Speaking of Comic-Cons, I think there's a little one coming up, right?
The baby.
Right around the corner.
It's an insignificant
The
one.
small one in California.
Yeah, it's in this little nice quaint little town of San Diego.
The whale's vagina.
I was hoping one of you would say that.
Of course it was Scott.
It was definitely Scott.
It's German,
Yeah.
Cool. So I think this is Clint's going to be heading over to San Diego.
Yeah,
I think this is your first time to be in the San Diego area for Comic-Con, right?
It's
Are you
my
excited?
first time being in San Diego at all, and excited
wow.
is an understatement. I'm super pumped to be checking out San Diego for the first time. I know it's not going to be a lot of sightseeing, but yes, I'm stoked is an understatement.
You'll get a good view of the gas lamp and the convention center and the little harbor behind the convention center and the Hall H grass and you'll hit all the main sites.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed with the way that San Diego is and where it's located, because that con is in like the center of where you'd go if you just normally went on vacation. So
it takes over that whole area, really.
Yeah.
I mean, even as you walk outside of the con and you go into that small gas lamp area like Larry was talking about, all the restaurants, there's events over there, there's people partying in the streets. I mean, it's just a whole experience down there. It's really awesome.
I'm looking very, 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 very forward to it.
There's the best part, there's a lot of like-minded people. Everybody's into the same thing. You make a lot of friends. You see people that you've probably talked to over the internet hundreds of times. Like, oh, I'm finally meeting you in person. It's really cool. That's one of my favorite parts about it.
I was going to say, that's probably what I'm looking most forward to, is hanging out with people I actually talk to. Maybe seeing you guys there. Get a high five,
Yeah, we'll have to meet up.
Yes, for sure.
Give you some more pogs.
Sweet.
We got to get rid of these things.
Please take them.
No, I said, well, every year we try to up our swag bit. So I said last year was Pogs. This year, hopefully, it's something a little bit more exciting than that.
Pogs is I think that was a great idea. I really do. Easy to hand out, and people look at these and be all, "What are these?" And then they realize what they are and smile, and there you go. You got a good memory right there.
Exactly. We attack nostalgia.
There you go.
If there's any place to do it, it's that place there.
Yeah. Right? I screwed nostalgia. Like I said, we beat the shit out of it, and you know what? Here, take some Pogs. Remember us.
It works. I remember mine.
See? Yeah. Pogs. I don't know whose idea that was.
Speaking of, it's been a week and San Diego Comic-Con. There's some much anticipated exclusives I was waiting for, and it's with Mezco Toys. So they dropped a pretty big one this week, and it was the Commissioner Gordon with the bat signal. And they had kind of teased this. I think it was 2017 or 2018. I can't remember. But I remember seeing it up on display, and I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And if you guys know Mezco, they've released a ton of Batman in the past. So if you have any of their Batman, this is a great companion piece for it. I'm actually a little surprised they did it as an exclusive, because it seems like it's going to be really popular. It's James Gordon. They haven't done a figure like that before. It comes with this custom bat signal that actually operates like the bat signal in the 1989 movie, where it's got the lever that kind of activates the light.
Well, I like the fact that it comes with kind of like a little diorama, and when you turn the light on, it actually like projects the bat signal into the diorama sky. Like, that's the coolest aspect of it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And they normally don't come with diorama pieces like that. There's one other package they did a long time ago, and it was like a Dark Knight Returns pack that came with a diorama piece, but they haven't done anything like that since. So it looks awesome. I'm really excited for it. I know Jeremy saw it too, and he grabbed the pre-order, but we might actually go for it at the con as well. I just want to see it in person, and you get it a little bit earlier.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think you're going to be able to wait till August or whenever those ship.
Yeah, exactly. But
is it battery operated for the light then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you put batteries on the bottom. Shout out to D Amazing. He actually got exclusive access to review it and posted a review on his YouTube channel. I think he's doing pictures for them now. But anyways, he reviewed it, and he showed that the batteries go on the bottom. But it has a switch where you turn it on, but then it doesn't actually turn on the light until you push the lever all the way up.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
That is cool.
So it's actually a functioning mini bat signal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Scott's point, that projects the bat signal really well. It's super clear, and you can, obviously as you pull it away from your wall, you can have it take over your entire wall if you wanted to. It's pretty awesome.
Nate,
I know what Nate's going to be doing once he gets that bat signal.
I'm just going to be sitting in my office with the lights off.
Yeah.
Batman's coming.
That's exactly what I pictured.
I'm excited to see kind of what because like I said, Nate, with your figure photography, I'm excited to kind of see what shots you come up with because you normally right now you do a lot of your shots lighted with different like aspects of light, and so I'm curious to see how you're going to maybe even incorporate that or get some like darker shots in, or even maybe use some of like the different smoke aspects so that way you can actually maybe even see the bat signal,
the beam.
Yeah, so
getting that the actual light beam would make it for a pretty killer shot.
Well, yeah, I just imagine they said, like, Nate, you can take credit for this now. You got to set up the shot. Okay, picture it. Said you have the bat signal. You have Batman standing on the edge, completely darked out. Like I said, it's just the light shining from the back, and then like I said, some fog or steam, or like I said, all around, so that way you're just basically seeing that shadow of the bat behind the bat signal. Like, that's really cool. How awesome would that shot be? Go ahead and take that. There you go. Ready. That's your next Batman photo when you get that figure. I like the idea. Yeah, ever since it dropped, I've been thinking of shots like, what can I do here? What can I do there? So I'm really excited to get it and break it out and start doing some stuff with it.
It's gonna be cool.
That sounds awesome, actually.
Yeah, they make. I don't know. Are you familiar with the Mezco toys?
A little bit.
They're like these premium 6-inch action figures, and I'm crazy for them. But yeah, they're great figures. I highly recommend the company. If you haven't checked them out, you should definitely go check them out.
So let me ask you, as a guy who's not familiar, how much does that run?
So the James Gordon with the bat signal, it's a deluxe edition, so it's actually a little bit more expensive. That one's going to be $125 for that set. The normal figures for Mezco run about $80. Okay. And they've got tailored clothing, so they look great. I mean, if you've seen one in person, you can I think the value is worth what you're getting in the product.
Nice. It sounds very cool.
No, they're really cool. I can speak to that too, Nate. Like I said, the just the quality and then the number of accessories that they have in the posability. It's if you don't want that, if you want a normal, like I said, 1/12 scale like figure that's how it goes. Like I said, Mezco is your way to go. It's not going to be that crazy high end hot toy they tease now, but then they don't release until 3 years down the line.
And they're like
I hear some resentment there.
Yeah. I would love to collect hot toys, but I just can't afford it. They're like $250 each. This is kind of cheap 6-inch version of a hot toy. Yeah, that's on the cheap side too. So I think the Mezcos are the way to go. Speaking of other exclusives, though, I said there's also another company that I happen to personally like that released a couple of exclusives as well.
Just a few.
Yeah, just 70 or so.
Just a few. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Funko.
I didn't know.
I knew I was keeping you on the edge of your seat. I know.
I didn't know what company it could be. I was. Who would have thought that was the company you were talking?
Oh, Scott. All right. So before we get too crazy into exclusives, so we obviously see that Clint is also on the Funko train as well. He said, looks like he's a fellow fanatic. So I want to get some information about Clint's collection. So like, Clint, how long have you been collecting? Do you have a favorite piece in your collection?
Sure. So I started collecting in 2015. Peyton Manning was actually my first pop, and it was nice because a few months later they won the Super Bowl after I got him, so he was a very good luck charm, and kind of started down from there. My favorite piece, that's a tough one. It's nothing crazy. I'm a big fan of Bob's Burgers, and I love the Tina riding the unicorn with the espresso cup on her head. I had to buy 2 of them, one to rock, one to stock. That's always been my favorite. My daughter loves it, so it gets a little more love in the house. But, that's my favorite piece. I'm one of these guys that actually collects. I know right now you're seeing all the inbox ones, but I have a lot of outbox too. These are all the exclusives or chases or what have you. So I love the photography people do, so I'm a big fan of seeing that, and I need to see more of Nate's stuff, but I'll get there. But it's really cool. I'm a fan. What can I say? I'm a fanatic. I'm super excited for Fun Days. That's the whole reason I started going to San Diego Comic-Con and stayed home, got tickets, so pumped to meet up with you guys. And enjoy fun days.
No, absolutely. Now, listen. At least I said your first pop is a little bit more awesome than my first pop.
Jeremy's was a My Little Pony.
Yeah.
My Little Pony Rainbow Dash was my first pop.
Not here to judge.
Like I said, shame on you for not doing that because I totally judged me.
I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm the one who bought it, and I still judge me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew that all these years later, like you'd have all those pops?
Oh,
right?
Yeah,
And
from
then when
Rainbow
people-
Dash to everything behind him.
Yeah, that you'd be online, live on the internet, and you'd have to tell people that your first pop was My Little Pony. Who knew?
it's awesome. I said it's awesome. Well, everyone has I said a start to their story, and so Clint, it's awesome to hear the start to your story as well.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like you said, like we're gonna meet up at least in the Fun Days line. It's gonna be awesome. Like last year, I just went to San Diego for Fun Days. Right, me and Jeremy just flew out there for like 36 hours or something, and it was awesome. It wasn't that bad. It's an hour flight. It's easy.
Yeah, it's not that far on plane from us.
Yeah. So right, we went out there just for it. It's a good time. Like I would do that again if I had to for sure. Like it's the best part of San Diego Comic-Con. But yeah, like you were talking before, like San Diego tips and stuff, like it's just enjoy that line. Like as ridiculous as that kind of sounds, like, but it's literally all the people you know from the internet, like just wrapped around a hotel. Like you could just walk up and down the line and be like, hey, like I kind of know you.
Nice.
It's gonna be pretty awesome. I know you already have some plans to meet up with some people, but like I think you're gonna get surprised and just who you run into and stuff. And
I'm looking very forward to that. Yeah, I'm excited to be there a couple days without any plans to actually see people and see where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have fun. There's plenty of stuff to do. There's tons of offsites and stuff. Like last year, we didn't make it over there, but last year they had what was the Bob's Burgers thing, Jeremy? Remember at that?
The burger meetup.
Yeah, there's a burger meetup. Like, yeah, that's right, Shake Shack. Over like in Mission Valley, they were gonna pick you up in like a Bob's Burgers bus, like van thing, and bring everybody over there to eat burgers. Like that was we were gonna maybe do it, but like the details were so sketchy, like you couldn't really tell what or where or when you were supposed to go do it. But like that popped up like the day before we were flying out to San Diego. Like if you just keep your eyes open, you'll stumble across really cool stuff to do.
By the way, that one's supposed to happen, I think, 3:00 on that Friday. If you guys are there yet.
Oh, is it happening again this year?
It is.
Oh, okay.
I just had somebody send it to me, and I'm like, that's pushing it for the Fun Days line, but
yeah. It's pushing it.
But anyway.
That's San Diego though, right there.
Yeah.
That is the quintessential San Diego thing. Like I can either go to this really cool Bob's Burgers thing or I can get in line for Fun Days. You have to make those choices.
First world problems, right?
Exactly. They're awful choices that you have to make. And you know what? Like at least you have tickets for Fun Days. Right. You're not usually you have to choose between two things you're just kind of hoping you get to do.
Yeah,
good point.
San Diego's the land of maybe.
Yeah,
like in terms of cons, like you're like maybe I can do both.
I hope this works out.
Maybe I can even do just one.
And the funny thing is, so I'm going this year, like a fucking Boy Scout. Like I'm coming prepared for anything because like, last year I got so pissed. I said because all of a sudden I'm scrolling through like Twitter and I pop across this message saying from Kevin Smith saying, "Hey, if you're wearing one of my jerseys, come on over to the Imdb Boat. You can actually go on the boat with me. We can hang out."
Oh wow!
Nice. And so Snack Daddy from the boards, I said he got to go on the Imdb Boat and hang out with Kevin Smith. I'm a diehard Kevin Smith fan, and so I'm like this year I'm packing the jersey. I'm doing everything that I can to prepare for like any possible scenario of these things happening.
What part of Kevin Smith's vast collection of souvenirs do I need to bring with me?
Yeah,
so that I can make that happen.
Right? Do you have like a hat, like socks? Like you need everything, man.
Definitely bring a jersey.
Well, is there a
that's okay?
Is there a pocket pop keychain of Kevin Smith?
Ooh, I don't think so.
No,
there should be.
There's not, but there should be.
There definitely should be.
I saw on Instagram he was doing like a IMDb join me giveaway type thing.
Yeah.
I entered.
It's a charity thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
homemade charity,
That's cool.
homemade charity thing. But yeah, so he's doing the IMDb Boat again. So I'm like, I'm bringing the jersey, so that way, like I said, I am prepared just in case something happens.
Did you, like, speaking of like charity stuff, did you guys see that Comic-Con International put a bunch of their, I think they're the return badges up for sale on eBay? Like, they did a couple last year, but I think there's like 250 pairs that they've actually sold. Like, it's a decent amount.
So, but Larry, you and I looked into this.
Yeah.
So what were they going for?
So the highest ones originally started off being like a couple grand, right? Like, I think somebody paid like $6,000 for the first one. But again, like, they kept listing them, and I think there's over 200 pairs. Some of those pairs only sold for $700. So it's a pair, 4-day badges for 2 people. So that's 8 badges. They were really going for like $100 a day. That's not that bad for charity.
It was charity, so technically you write off on the taxes the Comic-Con badges, which would be amazing. And it really sucks for that guy that paid $6,000 for the first one. Like, I felt real bad for that guy when the other ones were going for like $700-800.
Well, I said, if I'm not mistaken, I said, didn't Cletus do that last year?
He paid something ridiculous for his badges.
Ridiculous, like, for his badges. So I was wondering. I was wondering if he did that.
Probably that's a good guess.
I think so.
All right, so let's talk some Funko releases. There were so much to talk about. Like I said, I know we're not going to be able to cover it all. But I think there's certain pops that we need to cover. So I'm gonna point out one real fast, just because out of all the releases, I said they're releasing them, wave after time. As soon as one specific item came up, I'm like, I know Larry, and I know Larry super well.
I know Larry. I know what you're talking about already.
I'm like, any of this other stuff, it's like, whatever. I said, but then there's a 2-pack that just so happened to pop up.
Late too, like after they already did all the other TV stuff. Like, it was random.
Yeah,
right?
And that's King and Kodos. Like I said, normally I said Larry's not a must-have guy. I think Larry with this one it turned into a must-have guy.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I was kind of lukewarm on most of the other stuff. Like, nothing was must-have until they dropped that Simpsons 2-pack. Right, glow in the dark King and Kodos. I'm like, oh my god, yes. Like, I haven't spent too much time thinking about what Simpsons pops I want, but that would probably be number 1 on my list. It's awesome.
Great addition to your collection. Yeah, because you've already got a pretty substantial, Simpsons pop collection, right?
Yeah, I'm complete so far. So that's awesome. Like, I think I'm going to try to stay Simpsons complete and Parks and Rec complete, and we'll see what happens.
That's awesome, man. Now I have to admit, like those 2 figures are why Funko Pops exist. Yeah. I mean, they can do anything with them. They don't have to look human. They can make them glow in the dark. They have drool on them. So if you ever want to feel like, well, what makes Pop so great, that 2-pack is definitely something I would show someone.
No,
I agree.
It's fantastic looking. Like I said, well, like I said, and then if you zoom in on the pictures, like I said, like kind of to your point, Clint, like so they get the drool, but it's like clear. So they clear drool. So the green. So the green figures. Like I said, it's a good looking 2-pack. Like I said, normally I said I'm not a fan of 2-packs, but this is a perfect 2-pack.
Yeah. I prefer the singles, but. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense for a 2-pack too, right? You can't have King without Kodos, and you can't have Kodos without King.
Exactly. So. They always appear together. Yeah, it's a great 2-pack. It's a great idea.
I voted for Kodos.
Yeah,
yeah, I voted for Kodos. Now, Clint, like I said, out of all the releases that you've seen so far, or maybe even the rumored ones that are still yet to happen. So, what are you looking most forward to from the releases that you've seen so far?
Oh, that's a good question. I love the 2-pack. I can't even. I wish I had more money. I know we're all in that boat, but the 2-pack really stuck out as really great. But as for my personal collection, the fact that they're still doing Toy Story pops from Toy Story, not from Toy Story 4, is interesting. And I love the 2 that they had. I think Chuckles, who I had to really jog my memory to remember what he was in. He was in Toy Story 3. It took me a minute. and I can't remember the other guy's name. The porcupine are just they're wonderful. They're really cute, and maybe not the best.
Like Mr. Prickles. Something.
I'm
Pricklesby.
Yeah,
I don't think that's right.
Mr. Prickle Pants.
Prickle Pants. Yes, that was awesome.
That makes even more sense. But I thought that was a really cool addition, and kind of out of nowhere, since it's not using them to endorse the current film, but endorse the series.
Right, the current film that just came out this weekend. You would think that would be a Toy Story 4 pop, but no.
Right. Nope.
I agree. I was really excited about Prickle Pants. The clown's pretty cool too, but
Jeremy, please record that one.
It's like I said, this all goes on the master audio track.
This goes with "I like that,"
Mr. Prickle
Pants.
Like, so there's gonna be a mashup one day. I said, and you guys will like it.
I'm gonna be in it a lot.
Yeah, that's what makes it great. I'd love to hear what you guys think too.
So for me, like I said, there's a couple things that I really want. I said, obviously, like I said, that 2-pack is pretty awesome. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to get that. But honestly, the other one that I really like, and it kind of goes along with some of the other things that I like too, is I want that Pez clown. I really want that. Pez. It's pretty cool pop. Just because I said unfortunately, I jumped in the Pez game, the Pop Pez game, and I've just been sticking with it ever since. And then I said they said a few different Pez's. They said you got the toucan because for the 50th anniversary Comic-Con, so that's a must-have for me. Mm-hmm. Then they released the banana splits. And I wasn't even into these at first until, like I said, I saw a trailer for an awesome movie a week ago. Mm-hmm. They turned the banana splits into a horror movie.
Oh, jeez.
I can hear about this.
I haven't seen it. No, I can see it. I can understand.
Okay, yeah. So out there now, go and Google and watch the banana splits movie, the live action movie trailer. So it's family friendly, like I said, cartoon and everything else, to horror slaughter type movie.
That's the way it goes.
But they're kind of creepy. Like, it totally works.
Oh, it's amazing. Like I said, it's amazing. So it almost looks like it's like Chuck E. Cheese, like nightmares come to life. Like, it looks so corny and stupid, but I got to see it.
Credit to Mike and Josh from Talking Pops for bringing this to my attention. But I guess on their podcast today, they were talking about, I guess, that production company lost the rights to Five Nights at Freddy's or something, like last minute. So they had to scramble and find a replacement. And like, amazingly, they came up with the banana splits. It's probably better than what they were originally thinking.
Right. Because, Jimmy, what you were explaining, I was like, isn't that kind of like the Five Nights at Freddy's?
Right? Chuck E. Cheese, yeah. The animatronics, but no, I'm excited. I don't know a whole lot about the banana splits other than like they had those pops a couple years ago.
Right.
But I agree. Those Pez are awesome. That toucan Pez is awesome. The toucan pop is pretty cool too, right? He's got this DC shirt. That Batman with the tote bag. We talked about that a little bit last week, but
and it sounds like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Larry. It sounds like the toucan and the Batman with the bag are going to be sold at the second Funko booth, which is new this year. Is that right?
It's the way I understand it too, right? I think the official details are still yet to come, but they released the map, like the exhibitor map, earlier this week and stuff. That's what it looks like. It'll be like, here's what I'm picturing, right? They'll probably have those pops. They'll probably have, like, they always have a merch booth where they sell t-shirts and stuff, but it's usually not on the exhibit floor. So maybe this year they're just going to kind of move that to the exhibit floor. They got a little hype behind it because they got some Funko stuff. Maybe they've got some other surprises too, right? Like, I don't know another company who could make stuff, but maybe like a t-shirt company or something who hangs out there would have like their own Comic-Con exclusive too.
It's 50 years. Like I said, I think there's
it's a big deal.
There's gonna be a ton of surprises, and I think out of any years that of going to Comic-Con, I think this is probably the most exciting year going to Comic-Con. Not only because I'm going with you guys, but at the same point in time, I said we're going at a pivotal time in Comic-Con history. Like it's gonna be amazing.
And honestly, about the stuff that we care about, at least, like, everybody's bringing really, really cool exclusives.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Mattel's got that awesome Slim Jim Macho Man WWE figure. Hasbro's got that really cool Boba Fett. They just announced that retro card Incredible Hulk on Friday too. Nate and I haven't even had a chance to talk about that, but that thing's pretty awesome.
It looks really good.
Like if we find our way in the Hasbro booth, I think I want that Hulk too. Yeah. NECA's got that awesome Ninja Turtle 4-pack. Funko dropped so much stuff, right? Mezco's got the Jim Gordon that everybody's been waiting for, plus that really cool Gomez. Like everybody's just bringing awesome stuff this year.
So, can I say the thing I'm most excited for though?
What are you most excited for?
They are making Funko Pops of Peter Pez.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He's kind of the perfect ad icon because now that Funko's got the tie with Pez, like
it's like
that guy's meant to be.
So the thing I had the question on, because you didn't know this either, I had no idea that Pez had an official mascot. And it's a fucking creepy clown.
No, but then once you Google it, I've seen that creepy clown.
Yeah, I've seen the things giving me nightmares
forever, right? I mean, they've been around. Yeah, they taste like they've been around forever.
They do.
It's still the same Pez from 1940.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's. I'm gonna do a quick screen share real quick, just because, like I said, to your point, Scott, like I said, this is a creepy fucking clown. Like, look at this thing.
Yeah, no.
Anyone,
anybody who's not watching this live or can see the screen, just when you get a chance, Google.
It is the
Peter Pez. And just
clown ever.
See the fucking nightmare fuel that people used to give their children. Like, if I gave my daughter that today, like, someone would call the cops on me for child abuse. Like, you're trying to terrify your child.
It does kind of look like a Pennywise.
Well, like, here it's Pez. Like,
it's a clown. I mean,
he's just. And then for somebody to come out and be like, you know what? We need a toy of that. Like, let's
look at this thing. Like I said, there's
that is a Peter Pez Halloween costume.
Yeah, Pez Halloween costume
that never should have been
Pez,
made.
Not the character. It's a Pez.
It turns your body into a dispenser.
Does the candy still come out of the mouth in that one?
Yes, it does. Nate. You know what, Nate? Yes, yes, it does.
If you wanted to.
That's getting that soundtrack as well.
Well, Halloween's covered now.
So
this is a good episode for weird one-liners.
So Clint, I see some Funko cereal behind you. I see those HQ Freddys. Have you taken the plunge? Do you have any Pez? Pop Pez?
The only Pez I have, I got in the Marvel Collector Core box. Is the Hulk one. I think that's the only one I have. That's not to say I haven't been tempted many times before. So it's a really cool idea, I think. Yeah, that's the little one right there.
Yeah,
I think it's an awesome idea. And I think it's something cool for collectors. So I think
in the fact that Brian Mariotti, like CEO, has been into Pez forever, and now he not only gets to make like Pez products, it's Pop Pez products. It's I appreciate that part too.
I can too.
It's really cool. But I'm with you. Like Jeremy, I feel is all in. I bought quite a few off the bat, but like I've slowed way down because I just don't know where to put them.
Amen.
I can't buy everything.
Right. Yes, I understand.
I jumped in. I saw,
you've got a perfect spot for them though, right there.
Yeah, they look great.
You can
right
grow.
It's a good spot. I feel like I can literally stack a wall. Like I said, a wall of Pez right here. But like I said, it's just that, and then I think the reason why I like them is because no one wants them, and eventually they just become super cheap.
Yeah, like, they're less desirable than limited edition.
Like this Yogi Bear. This was $1.
What?
Yeah,
I'd buy that for $1.
I know. Nice,
yes, Larry.
Yes. That's awesome.
Larry breaking out the RoboCop
old school RoboCop
reference.
But yeah,
it's funny.
It's they're to a price point. Like I said, if you watch them, like I said, if you really want to go, they're not at a bad price point anyways.
Well, even Hot Topic's ridiculous, but the normal price at Walmart's like $3.88 or something like that.
It's
right?
It's
yeah,
$4.
like it's one of those. I'm going to buy some groceries. You know, I'm walking by the Funko aisle anyhow because I don't go to Walmart without checking the Funko aisle. Like you just grab a Pez and throw it in your cart, like no biggie, right? It's $3.
If I don't have it, I'll be like, yeah, I can swing that.
Exactly. It's just a throw-in.
Well, what about like the chases or even hard to find ones? And this is not me familiar with it, and I guess this is more directed to Jeremy. Do you have the chases? Have you waited for anything like in a store line, or have you how do you have any? I guess.
I do have a few. I do have a few chases. Like honestly, my very first pop chase, I got by complete accident. I ordered. I said there's this one random Pez website that I found that I ordered. I said because I really wanted the Batman Pez when it came out, and no store had it around. And I did a random order. It was like a $4. I said it was like $4 with shipping, and then they ended up actually sending the chase. And so I'm like, oh, awesome! I got the chase. And then I think Nate helped me out with I got I ended up getting the Hulk chase. So I got the Hulk chase of that, and then I think that's the only other chase that I have. Like I said, but honestly, my most prized one, well, I said just because not only what it is, what was the Freddy Funko Pez dispenser, just because I said it's Pez dispenser, but then 2 celebrates my first fun days because last year.
Totally, and it's 400 pieces. Is that right?
Yeah, like 450, I think. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Right, each color, because there were like 4 colors.
Right, but still, that's awesome.
Still, yeah.
Here's the thing: I was hoping to complete that set. So I was thinking, I'm like, no one's gonna want these. I'm like, they're gonna drop, kind of like the Dorbs. I'm like, after fun days, so there's that little bubble, and then it'll burst, and then hey, these things will be like $30. I'm like, perfect. I'll pick them up then. Those things haven't went down in price at all. I had the opportunity to buy one at like $70. I'm like, hey, I'm not paying $70 for that. I said, but now I said you can get one that's like underneath 100. Like it's ridiculous.
It's $70 for a Pez.
It's ridiculous, man. There's a Deadpool chase that was a Hot Topic exclusive, right? So it's an exclusive chase. That one's like a couple $100 now. They dropped Philippines exclusive, like Gold Huckleberry Hound. Brian gave away that blue haired Pez boy. Like there's a few pop Pez's that are just ridiculous.
What was that 50-piece one they were giving away at box lunch? Why can't I remember?
It was a Gold Freddy.
That's right.
Yep. That was their official Pez launch, like later, like last summer, like last August in LA. Yeah.
Well, I think it's one because I said it hits 2 different audiences. It hits the Funko audience, but then I said it also hits the long-standing Pez collector audience too. And there's a couple of these old school. Like, I'm just kind of. So I started popping around, like sort of a couple different forums and stuff like that. There's these old school Pez collectors that are all in on these pop Pez's. Like,
dude, well, first off, if they collect the original Pez, they're gonna collect anything Pez.
Pretty much at this point, like you've been doing it for 40 years. Yeah. It's just something new to get excited about too, which is cool, right? Like I think that Pop Pez has like lit a fire in the Pez community, which is awesome.
Well, and expanded it greatly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it brought a whole lot of attention, right? Jeremy never cared about Pez up until now, but look at all the Pez he bought. Like next thing you know, he's gonna be walking. Right, he's going to be checking out Walmart, and they got like the Mario Pez for 99 cents, the regular ones, and Jeremy's going to buy the whole set.
Of course, come on, that's the way I am.
Right, Pop Pez are the gateway.
It's the gateway.
It's pretty crazy though. Funko has that kind of power where you don't think about Pez very often, but then you start slapping Funko logos on it with all these different icons, and they become huge again. It's just like the cereal,
Yeah, I was gonna say Funko made me excited for cereal again.
Yes, Jeremy, did you see the Jurassic Park Ian Malcolm cereal?
Yeah, I'm buying it.
I did not see that.
I'm getting it.
Like it was the unofficial image that dropped like on Friday. I'm like Scott, you're buying the other cereal.
Yeah. I mean, look at that awesome Mondo poster. Scott's definitely.
You gotta get it, man.
So I do have another question though. So we obviously say we have a group of guys here that are going to the creme de la creme. I said of park. The Grail of park.
The Grail.
Funko Fun Day. So just because Funko Fun Day, it's always a surprise as far as I said what they're gonna bring. Do you have a specific Freddy that you want them to bring? Like I said, if you had your dream Freddy. Said, what would it be? Clint, I'll go ahead and start with you. Like I said, do you have a Freddy in mind? Like I said, last year, I said me and Larry, our section lucked out. I said we had the best Freddy of
and which one was that? Remind me.
The Yoda Freddy.
Yoda. Okay. Yep. Okay. And that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a tough question. I mean, I've heard others. I'm just thinking about others I've heard. I've heard like Darth Freddy after the Yoda. Ed there wants Invisible Man Freddy, and I get where he's coming from with that because that's his character.
I just want the Invisible to be an empty box.
Right there you go. Hey, somebody would buy it, right? They did it with the Jan Brady and Joe Glass, or Tom Glass. Either way, same thing. I'm gonna go a little off the wall here. I'm a big Wayne's World Mike Myers fan. I would love to see Freddy as Wayne Campbell.
Awesome.
Or Garth Algar, pick one.
Nice.
Good call. Like I said, I'd like that as well.
Yeah, you can make it a 2-pack.
Right?
Ooh. Both
Pretty 2-pack.
That'd be
aggressive. Yeah. Anyway.
And honestly, I said I'm kind of surprised they didn't do it last year. I'd be surprised if we don't see one this year. As I said, we haven't seen a 10-inch Freddy yet. Like I said the reintroduction. Yeah. The reintroduction of the 10-inch Freddy. But Larry, I said, what are you hoping to see? I said, what's your dream Freddy?
So my dream Freddy would be a Freddy Megadorbs. With my backup realistic option was going to be a 10-inch Freddy. If the 10 inches were just starting to take off last year, I hate trying to predict things, right? Because it just leads to disappointment. But right. I'd almost be surprised if we didn't get a 10-inch Freddy. So as long as everybody gets one, right? I want everybody to get one. I don't want the section over there to get one and we don't, because that would be heartbreaking. So as long as everybody gets one.
What Larry's saying is that he will murder someone.
Yeah, he'd go tackle somebody.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. I will be jumping on chairs, jumping over tables, be like, I'm in this section.
Scott, what about you? Like I said, this is gonna be your first fun day. So let's
give me my first fun days.
What
do I want to be my Freddy Cherry?
Giggity.
You need you need a sexy Ian Malcolm Freddy.
That would be
like
good.
The laying down one.
Ian, if I could get it, that would be it. I was also gonna think a Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
Freddy.
Ooh yeah, that would be cool.
John McClane.
John McClane, but with the cut up feet, just the pants, and then the tape on the back.
Yeah, that would be cool.
The gun taped to the back. Like, I would love that.
Nice.
Ooh, now it's my turn. So like I said, I have a couple. I definitely have.
You can't have you have to have one.
One. Okay.
No. Choose one.
Pick one.
If I have to choose one specific one, it would probably be. I'd love to see an unmasked Freddy Iron Man.
Ooh, with the gauntlet.
With the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Like
gauntlet Freddy.
Freddy with gauntlet. Yeah. Like that. How amazing would that be?
That would be cool.
That could happen, even if it's like a Thanos Freddy.
Yeah, or a Thanos.
Right?
Just the butt chin
with the gauntlet. You could purple face.
You could have the different stones being like the different Funko products, like a T-shirt, Pez, Pop, like box of cereal.
No, just the different licenses.
That's pretty serious. Yeah.
Then the yellow one is like a 10-inch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think I said, it's either Thanos Freddy or an Iron Man Freddy with the gauntlet. That would be amazing. Just because I'm a Marvel fan as it is anyways, but like I said, I think that would just take it to a whole nother level.
That would be cool.
Seems likely, right? There's been other Marvel Freddys. So.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I thought of something, but I lost it.
Like I said, but to your point, Larry, like I said, I never want to expect anything.
Yeah.
If you are, you're gonna be disappointed. Like honestly, that section who got the David Hasselhoff Freddy last year, they got to be really disappointed. Like I said, the section's pulling out. I said a Freddy Yoda. Yeah. And they got David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. When the thing is up against Yoda versus Hasselhoff, you get cheated if you got the Hasselhoff. I'm sorry. Like, you got fucked.
I'm sure that's like a stressor going into it too, because you want to have fun, but you also don't want to be missing out on this awesome exclusive pop.
Well, the problem is they probably found out before the end. So there's that section of the show where you're just like seething and pissed off that you got the hassle off.
Larry, you've had pretty good luck, right? I mean, for the most part, you've gotten the good ones.
Yeah, I've done okay. Like, right, you get 3 in your box of fun, and then the last couple years, each section's kind of ended up with a random thing. 2 years ago, I got that Kevin Smith Batman that Ian gave to Jeremy and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I forget what the other options were that year. Like, there's a Doctor Strange, Freddy, and stuff. So, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, the stuff's cool. Like, no matter what, you're gonna go home with it. You know. Like some type of nice souvenir, and like like Jeremy said, like half of it, like the stuff's like a quarter of it, then 3/4 is just like hanging out with your friends and stuff. And like honestly, like it's not to be cheesy or anything, but like even if they didn't give stuff, like I'd still totally go.
No.
Yeah,
well,
I think that's. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think this year, I think there's a couple of bucket list things for Larry. I think this year, like I said, I want to try to get Larry the can of corn, because I think Larry, I said Larry needs to do can of corn, because I think
I've actually been trying to figure out how's the best method for eating an entire can of corn in under 2 minutes.
Larry's been trying to do this.
Scott, you can do it.
Like, I think I could.
I think he can. Yeah.
I think I can.
I've seen Scott eat a whole sandwich faster than I can eat half a sandwich. So he is like, if you have to pick one of us, I think Scott's our go-to guy.
Yeah,
I feel like the boards would have some advice, right?
Yeah, like someone's gotta have something where I can just like
just swallow. Don't chew, just swallow.
Don't chew.
Eat like a duck.
That's gonna be a weird poop the next day.
It's like confetti.
Yeah, I think that needs to happen. Or like I said, we need to get. I said Mike Becker's attention and get Larry up on stage.
Well, so Ian's going with us, right? Yeah. Like, if Ian sees Mike Becker, Ian's going to go up to him and be like, "Hey, remember me from Designer Con?"
Yeah.
Like that's going to happen.
That's going to happen. I said, my goal is to get noticed again this year. Again, I said, I'm bringing my A game again. So it's like I want to go back up on stage.
I actually just bought an exceedingly obnoxious shirt today for Fun Days.
Oh, I said, wait till you guys see mine.
Oh,
bring your sunglasses. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's cool though. I mean, Larry hit the nail on the head. I think I'm excited for you guys because if anything, it brings the Funko community together. It's a way to celebrate and geek out about Funko. I'm excited to see what they give you guys, what kind of hauls you have. It's going to be fun. So I want to ask you guys, now that we've got all the Funko experts here, I've noticed that Funko has 2 exclusive releases, and it's a 5-star Hellboy and Abe Sapien. What's the 5-star all about? Is that like a new thing that they're doing?
It's a new-ish thing. Like it's like a little. I don't have any of them.
I do. I'll go grab one. Hold on.
Do you? All right, cool. Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 inches. They come with like, it's kind of like a mix between a pop and a Dorbs, but then it comes like with an accessory or 2.
I was going to ask, is it like, are they still doing the Dorbs, or is this like replacing that, or what?
Yeah, Dorbs are kind of on the way out. Dorbs have kind of been exclusive to the Funko shop. You know how like every Wednesday they drop a new item? The only Dorbs that have come out probably all this year have been Funko shop exclusives. So there's been no general releases. So they're kind of on their way out.
Nice.
Which is too bad.
Yeah, I agree. Right. We were talking with Ed in the chat, like Dorbs are pretty cool. Oh yeah. So Clint's got a Fortnite one right there.
This is Tomato Head from Fortnite, and they're a little bit smaller than a Pop. They're really detailed. They don't have the black eyes or anything. They come with accessories that you can take on and off. So it's almost like an action figure in a sense, but that's what they're all about. So they've really only they haven't done a whole bunch, but I know they've done like Harry Potter. Yeah. They've done, I think they've done Stranger Things, and now, Hellboy and, Fortnite. I think that's about it.
And their arms move?
Oh yes, absolutely. Their arms, I mean, they don't bend, at the elbows, but their arms definitely move, and their head, but that's it. Looks like the legs. Cool.
That's 3 points of articulation, Nate.
Yeah.
3.
Whoa.
I was wondering if the 5-star meant like 5 points of articulation, but I mean, 3's good too.
Yeah,
that's a good call.
But to your point, Nate, I've always wondered where the name came from.
I don't know.
Like, I've wanted to know why 5-star. Like, I've wondered that. So
it sounds like a
knowing
ranking
that,
to me.
yeah, knowing that though, there's like a legit story somewhere that they just don't want to tell anybody.
Yeah, Funko's with Chris reminded us that there was a Batman at New York City Comic Con last year that came with the bat signal.
Oh, that's right.
So yeah, I think there's a couple Batman related ones out there too.
I'd have to buy that if I saw it.
Yeah, I think it's out there, man. Like it's probably a 1-inch bat signal.
It might even still be on Funko Shop. You might want to check.
It probably is. Yeah, they're not super popular.
Yeah, I know we talked about this earlier, but I'm really interested to see what that extra booth means for the exclusives this year, because they had the raffle last year. We're going to do that, try that for that again. But I wonder if that extra booth means that they're going to start selling it to anybody that can walk up. That would be kind of cool.
There's going to be a line, dude. Nothing at Comic Cons walk up.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the
thing with Funko is
nothing.
True.
If you've heard of the name before, there's going to be a line.
Yeah, I mean, true. Good point. I just meant because traditionally you can't get into the Funko line unless you have a raffle, or in the old days you got there early and you got like a wristband or something.
Yeah, they did.
Can't you still go late?
iPad
Like if you show up after 3 o'clock, you can stand in line.
So I know some of the other conventions do. I'm not sure about San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think
they just shut.
Traditionally, it just shuts down.
I think they just shut down. Yeah.
Okay.
And they sell quick too. I mean, I think they only have limited stock per day, and it seems like once they open up that line for the raffle winners, that stuff goes quick.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, the nice thing is not everything, but most everything's shared with retailers now.
Yeah,
so
dude, only that Otter Pop guy, I think, is the only limited one, at least so far. Like there might be a few surprises, but that's kind of surprising. There's only one limited this year, so everything else is shared. Right? Nice. GameStop, Amazon, Entertainment Earth has a couple.
Well, they've even gotten to the bait stuff, or
who
knows what's still coming, like you said. Yeah. So we'll see, but it is nice that at least it's not. And I get it. The sticker's worth something, and it's fun to have the experience. And like you said, the Otter Pop guy. But at the same time, they're really looking out for the fans that aren't there or can't even get to the lottery.
No, I agree. Just I think Larry would be extremely sad if he couldn't get a King Photos.
You're not alone. I get it.
Well, there's always eBay, so.
But everybody has a price, and I said, there's. I think there's you can't. There's a certain threshold, and I don't even think you would hit that, Larry.
There's a price, but you know what else just clicked in my head? There's probably a Kane Coda's prototype out there somewhere.
Oh boy!
Don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh,
what if it shows up at Fun Days?
Yeah.
Can of corn, baby.
I bet it won't. That one will be very, very. Everyone will want that one.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Simpsons. The new Simpsons
I haven't either
protos yet, so who knows? And I think the whole proto process is different now and all that. But in theory, there might be a glow in the dark Kane Kodos proto.
There might be. There might be a non glow in the dark Kane Kodos.
That too. Yeah. It sounds pricey, but I know somebody who might be interested. It's me.
I can't blame you. Again, like I said, I love Pops and I love all the different things, but that set is
pretty cool.
It's the reason they make them. It really is. It's amazing.
It is a really cool set. I gotta say, I didn't mention the one that I liked the most earlier, but I really like that Jaws with the guy in his mouth and he's got blood over.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Right. They've come so far and have such cool ideas. That one's amazing.
Who would have thought that you would have a Quint getting eaten by the shark toy? Remind you, I don't want to say it, but Funko Pops kind of are basically toys.
They're not.
There is a toy of a guy getting eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty great.
It's awesome.
It's utterly amazing.
And it's not like cartoony. They have the blood in there. They have he has the harpoon in his hand. It's intense.
He's got blood coming out of his mouth. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Now here's the funny thing. That one it's an awesome pop. So then I'm just I'm just counting on not getting into the lottery. I'm counting that not even happening. Just because then it opens up a whole nother problem for travel. Okay, how do I get all this shit back home? just because I know what they gave out at Fun Days last year, and that pretty much takes up almost an entire suitcase.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like like Jeremy and I are both flying. I know we've got the nice assist of Nate and maybe Scott, but like, what if they do drop like 10-inch stuff? Like, how am I gonna get that home, man?
Right? No, I bought 5 pop protectors today just in case.
Yeah. Are you flying or are you driving?
I'm flying.
Yeah. Okay. So you're in the same boat with us, right?
Yes.
Like figure something out. If
But
it's
I'm
too big,
flying.
but
I'm flying Southwest, so I can bring 2 check bags, and I think one will be empty on the way there.
that's what we're doing too.
I try to
man.
bring
Yeah.
as much space as you can. So like last year, we all still lived in the same state, and I drove my car. These 2 guys flew, but I could barely fit my stuff plus theirs plus Larry's. Like, it was hard. So I can't even imagine trying to take all that home.
You were Tetrising all the boxes in. Like, you made it work. But
I sent you guys a picture of like it barely all fits without crushing anything.
Yep.
Well done on doing it, by the way.
Yes. Oh yeah.
It kind of stressed me out because I was like, oh, I'll get in there, no problem. And then I start loading the car. I'm like, holy shit, how am I going to get all this in here?
Those car seats get in the way very fast.
Yeah, they do.
Oh yeah.
So I can't imagine trying to take all that home. But yeah, I mean, give yourself an extra check bag. That'll give you enough space. And luckily with Pops, as long as it's not a 10-inch, they're fairly small. So you can stack them kind of nice and neat.
Absolutely.
And then you have protectors that you can put them in. And then where can you get your best looking protectors at? At shumistore.com. Like I said, you can get pop protectors. You can get your favorite pops. You can pre-order, like I said, all the latest stuff that's coming out. And where do you head? You head over to shumistore.com, enter code STS Guys, save yourself 10% on your purchase.
But wait, guys, is there a way that I might be able to get paid to listen to podcasts?
I think you're talking about the Podcoin app that's available on Android and iOS.
I was going to say show him like a villain. Scott did that.
Those are smooth, gentlemen. Very smooth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're real good at advertising.
I'm impressed.
So yes, the Podcoin app is the app that you can get paid to listen to your favorite podcast. You can listen to the STS Guys. You can listen to Funko Funcast. You can listen to Talk Pops. You can listen to DC Figures and Collectibles. You can listen to Pop Collectors Alliance. We're all available on Podcoin. If you enter code STS Guys, you're going to get yourself some free credit so you can earn that reward faster. Podcoin. It's the best.
Down.
Thank you. They needed music. That was exactly what they needed.
I really wish that we actually knew if they had a slogan or not, so you can stop ripping off other people.
If London Gold ever watches this, they're gonna hate you.
Podcoin.
Don't worry about that.
I forgot to say in my It's Been a Week, since we've been talking about Comic-Con, I did get my badge in the mail.
Excellent. I was going to ask you guys.
It's pretty cool.
What pin did you get, Nate?
It's not the one I was looking forward to, unfortunately. I wanted the classic SECC 50, but I did get this. Does that show up well? Let me take it out of its bag.
I like that one, though. I haven't seen many people get that either.
Yeah, they're all
this
pretty
one's
cool.
This one's pretty cool, but I really wanted the classic one with the 50. But
yeah,
I'll take that's the easiest one to get. I bet you could trade that very easily.
Yeah, that's probably right. I'm going to see if I can. My fiance still hasn't got her badge, but I'm waiting to see what pin she gets.
Yeah, I bet there'll be a lot of pin trading, so just throw it in your bag.
Yep.
Jeremy and mine got shipped on Friday, so we should have ours this week.
Nice.
It's the best.
It's the best.
The best.
San Diego Comic-Con.
Wait, are you talking about Podcoin?
Oh, God.
All right. I think this is where we end the show for tonight.
Well, hold on. We got a Clint. Where could we find you online?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a couple different places at Collector Clint on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also at Clint Streaming on Twitter. I stream every Tuesday on Twitch. Usually Switch games. Come join us. The more the merrier. And I also have a podcast. It's actually called Clint's Podcast. It's only 20 episodes long. It's been a year and a half, but it's there. Give it a listen if you get a chance. It should be everywhere, probably including Podcoin.
It's
Nice.
the best.
It's the best.
Awesome. Yes, Clint does awesome usually Nintendo-based streams every Tuesday. I try to jump in the chat when Twitch gives me notifications, which is hit or miss lately.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, it's awesome, right? Jump in. You can play Mario Kart with him. I'll be there. Super Smash Bros. And stuff. Like, just come hang out. It's a good time. We didn't get to talk too
Mario
much
Maker's coming out. I'm excited for people to make some levels that I can try to then beat or just get humiliated on. So
that would be awesome. So I saw if you get it at Target, you get like a free lunchbox. That was almost enough to make me buy like a metal Mario Maker lunchbox.
Oh wow, old school.
That might be enough to get me to go get Mario Maker 2, because we had Mario Maker 1 on the Wii U. It's okay. Like, it was fun at first, but like the sustainability isn't quite there. But Mario Maker 2, yeah, like it's a good Switch game too, right? Just having your Switch to play on an airplane or whatever, like it's good for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Larry, where can you find us?
Scott, that's a good question. If you'd like to find us on Instagram, we're at STS Guys. If you'd like to find us on Twitter, we're at STS Guys. And guess what? We're on Facebook at the STS Guys. And I am Larry from the STS Guys.
Show him like a villain.
Nice.
Hey.
So, Clint, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Oh,
yes, dude. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Clint.
Yeah, thank you for you're one of our big supporters of the podcast too, so we appreciate that. Thank you for listening. Right, appreciate you. Looking forward to meeting up in San Diego.
Amen, brother.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's right. It's gonna be good. I'll be there a couple days. I'll be there through Monday morning. So
nice.
Hopefully more.
Yeah,
nice,
sweet.
So for episode 89 of the STS Guys, I've been Jeremy.
Hey, it's Larry.
Hey guys, it's been Nate.
And I'm Scott.
And we're the STS Guys. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.